The purpose of this focus group is to get objective feedback from consumers about their attitudes and personal opinions toward shopping. Answer honestly based on your personal beliefs. I have been selected to be an independent consultant to conduct this focus group. The purpose of the videotape is just for reporting purposes only, and other individuals in this room will be taking notes for me. Please avoid side conversations and don't speak over each other. The results will be used to create a shopping product that will meet consumer needs. For confidentiality, we are looking for specific attitudes and opinions that will not be linked to specific respondents. Our findings will have no respondent names in the final report. And please all introduce yourselves with your names and then also briefly describe what you shop for most and where you find yourself shopping the most. Is it in person or online?
Hi, excuse me, sir. Hi, I'm Mike Justy. The places I feel like I shop the most, probably online. I'm on the physical store a lot like that.
Hi, my name is Jeremy. I mostly shop for food. I go to the Target a lot.
Hi, I'm Jessica Chamberlain. I mostly shop for clothes and I do like a mix of online and stuff.
Hi, my name is Calvin. I mostly shop for groceries in person and anything else.
Hi, my name is Logan. I also used to shop for clothes and online.
So now we're gonna get into the attitudes for in-person shopping. So do you tend to go to closer stores versus further stores? Anyone can answer.
When I go shopping, like if it's for food, I tend to go to Walmart, but if it's like for clothes and stuff, probably a little further, like Chambersburg area, because I feel like there's not much to check.
So like you're willing to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say about the same thing. I live really close to Wise, so I go there for food most of the time, but I go to Target because it gets me out of here to see some new like products and stuff. For anything.
For me, I have like specific stores that I like to go to, so it doesn't really matter the distance, but wherever they are.
Personally, most of the time I purchase online if I'm going for a distance, it's usually for recreation shopping rather than actually going online with buy a specific product.
Yeah, that's with these guys. I go to this for food, but I kind of, well, you can travel pretty far for clothing.
And then based on the product, do you have certain products that you would prefer buying like in store versus online?
For me, since I'm a girl and talls and like jeans or anything like that, that's like a very fitting thing when I have to like go in the store.
I buy any electronics 90% of the time online, mainly because the return policy is usually easier. The exceptions are if there's great deals.
I'm gonna say it's very right. I'm pretty tall too, so it's kind of hard to find things that actually fit. So this is really so
Yeah, I feel like I always think like in store like has more of, like an option than
I'm the same pretty tall, so like I have to go in, make sure it fits, and then I'm like, it's too short, but like high waters.
But so I know we talked about jeans, but if so, like what are those products like? Or was something like breaking, like not fitting, obviously, or like taking too long.
I think mine would probably be like, especially for like Amazon orders, and it'd be like the quality of it, sometimes just like it's not good and you can't tell until it comes and that's like really need to be able to return it and stuff. Or like shoe size, like specific material quality wise or like sizing. So that's when I need to go in store.
So basically the product, like do the certain products that you prefer buying in store versus online, like if so, what are those products?
I feel like at this point, 70% of my closet is like bought online. Like I buy shirts from like Boohoo because I cheap graphic tees and I ruin them anyway. So I feel like it's easier to get clothing online, but also like I just built a PC, so I bought all those parts online. I feel like everything outside of food would be easier to buy online, except gas.
I purchase a lot of used items, so unless it's clothing, I usually buy that all online. Used clothing is probably like Marshalls, yeah, for deals, usually in shops.
Forget the Marshalls.
Is there anything that prevents you from shopping in person?
Personally, transportation, usually I could get a ride or take the bus, but I don't have a car, so most of the time I have to figure out a way to get there ahead of time.
some places still like mask mandates, and I like only mask. So I kind of, so I got like mask requirement.
Yeah, and they don't offer-
That is another one. That same would be that.
Another thing that might stop me from purchasing is if they don't have cash. Usually that's makes it harder for me to pay because I don't have cash and the card is kind of convenient at times.
I agree with that. If they don't have. It takes cash.
Apple Pay, like, when I go to, like Giant, I forget my card, like, they don't have tap on, putting my stuff down, and walking out.
Mhm.
Yeah, some things like cash. Only, like,
Yeah, so it's your question there. I was just like thinking, so like for other products, that, like you would buy like online or versus like in store, like, do you guys like care about? For example, like if you bought something that's like breakable, would you trust it to buy online or like would you rather go in store for that product?
Yeah, I would definitely go to the store if I could.
I think when it comes to breakable, things that are easily breakable, I know if I'm ordering from Amazon, their return policies are they're pretty chill about it, so. I think I'd rather buy it online than like go to the store, pick it up, risk me damaging it and just getting stuck with something.
I agree with my, like most things that I buy, they usually are fragile and if they do break in patterns, like I'd say 90% of online retailers, they'll accept the return usually.
And then what are the, so now we're gonna go towards attitudes towards our online shopping. So what are the products that you tend to shop for most online? And we can also go on this or let's go first.
I feel like I mainly shop for like clothes. Like that's like the only thing I really order online outside of like the computer I use, or like video games. I feel like video games because I purchase all my video games online, but it's like digital, so I don't watch that counts, but video games, that's it.
Yeah, I would say close to the same thing. In person, I tend to sort of stick to a list and I'll buy like things I need to buy. But online, it's like my stress purchases or my like, hey, I just feel like dropping a couple $100 on the computer or something. But especially video games. I buy a lot of video games, and online gambling.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Online gambling. Oh, God, I forgot about it.
A lot of clothes online, but a majority of my stuff that I order would be like the knick-knack type of thing that you can't find like in a specific store or like furniture. Like I've been ordering a lot of like rugs or like little things that they have so much more of a
Variety.
yeah, variety and I can actually search for it.
For me, usually if I buy any purchases online, I do a lot of research beforehand. So it's not usually spontaneous purchases. Usually those happen for me when I go in the store and I'm picking up groceries and I buy like, oh, I'm out of eggs or need a little bit of extra butter.
I find that very similar with that. More research that's online.
Yeah, like an impulsive buy.
I agree, because I just got my oil changed at Walmart. Went to, well, I was like, oh, I can use a snack while I wait, and I just started packing full of groceries, like I was buying groceries for a month, and then halfway through, I was like, my mom told me she's gonna give me groceries if I go back to Walmart, so I can go buy everything. I'm just like lost in the sauce, because I was so bored, I feel like, yeah, in stores, I get a lot.
How about like if you go to the store, like something's out of stock, would you prefer to like order it online or like would you just leave the store and not be like go without it?
It depends on the product. My girlfriend went to Oxford last birthday. And there's like not any local stores near us and online didn't have her size, because she's got, I guess, small feet. I don't know. And so we literally spent like the next 2 weeks traveling to every Docks in like a local Pennsylvania area until we found the right pair for her. Yeah, it was a struggle, dude. I wish online would have like an easier way to like tell where things were, because some stores would have exactly what we wanted, but in the wrong color or like big sizes. But yeah, it was a struggle.
Usually if they don't have my sizes, I mean, I'll just do.
So do you guys find yourself shopping on, okay, so how has the pandemic like kind of affected you all from shopping online?
Me personally, I used to buy 20 pack of coffee online, you know, it was $21 before pandemic. Now it's around $30 before tax.
I literally never online shopped before COVID, and then when we were allowed to shop, but like I really started. It was kind of negative for me shop.
Are you all afraid of your information not being secure when you shop online? Like someone can like hack your credit card, debit card, your information, address?
I think that's one of the biggest things that deters me, like if I see a sketchy kind of shop, I'll even look at it like on the Better Business Bureau or check if it's legit, but if I don't, I'll only like shop in places that I know already have names.
Yeah, I'll get cool ads on Instagram for like clothes to buy us pretty soon. And I click on it. I don't know if I trust them, right? Like, if I card it,
I don't those places that I feel like. Get enough traction from everyone that I feel like my information would be safe, like. There's like 30 people shopping from this one spot. If you don't know, it's like, ah.
Yeah, I definitely need like reviews or like some kind of customer backing and reviews, any kind of like.
I think genuinely sometimes I spend more time seeing like what websites are actually legitimate because I'm terrible at that. Than I spend actually like finding and buying the product itself. Like,
Yeah.
Usually if the website's too sketchy, I just don't lie, or I use a third party credit card thing, which won't let my information be stolen. But usually if it's sketchy, there's really no point in kind of purchase from there, because they might even send the product.
So does the price of shipping kind of deter you guys from shopping with that certain company?
Oh my God. If the ship is too high, I'm giving it. It needs to be free. I don't know. I'll spend like $200. But if the shipping's like 50, I'm done. I'm out.
On the opposite end, if they take something like free shipping and mine have been at like, I'm sold. Like if I am looking at sneakers or something and they're like, oh, your shipping's free if it's over this, then I'm automatically ordering. Cause I feel like they're giving me a gift when they're not.
Right, exactly. So how about then like the shipping delays? Like they're obviously a major issue currently with like our supply chain due to the pandemic. So with that, sure, like if it says like, oh, you're gonna get free shipping, but like gonna come in the next 2 weeks. Yeah. So
No, I did.
so, like shipping delays would definitely be like a deteriorating from that company.
Especially if it's like a return thing, like with Amazon, I've never had that, so I don't care about ordering from there, but other places, and I've waited up to like 3 weeks and I won't order that.
For me, it really depends on what I'm buying, because I buy a lot of groceries and they don't really have any stores nearby with it, so when I order like a pack, set of ramen, usually it takes 2 weeks, but I don't mind if I have like stock. It just really depends on stock.
So now we're gonna move towards our attitudes towards our international shopping. So how often do you guys find yourself like shopping directly from like the international sites like Shein, Zara?
I wouldn't say I really don't.
Do you mean purchasing or just researching?
I would say purchasing.
Probably once every 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Same thing.
I tend to buy just from wherever the cool stuff is. If I can advertise stuff, like I bought like a lot of jewelry from overseas that looks super cool from like Etsy. For my girlfriend, but like if it was looked that cool and it was from, you know, Hamilton, I'd buy it from there too.
And does the quality of the products that you're purchasing internationally matter to you?
Yes.
It depends on the prices.
Like, I don't like-
If it's like $12 for like a short, very short, so and it's not great.
A lot of products in Asian countries, they have different standards for materials. So I know even recently, I think 2019, they're still using lead paints in some of their products. And that's just kind of.
The only way that I'll get disappointed is if like, I expect it to be better quality and then it comes, but if I see the picture and I'm like, it doesn't, I can't tell what kind of quality it'll be when it comes and it's bad, then I'm like, I could have. Do that on my own.
So like going back to it, if the product you order only lasts a short amount of time, is that an issue? I think we just said it was an issue.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm buying like pants, like I have like thighs for rips a lot, like thigh areas, so like. If I'm wearing it like twice, the rips, I don't have a problem with it.
So definitely, I think the quality. So now we're gonna move towards our attitudes, and shopping during the holidays. So how early do you all start shopping for like Christmas?
Start like the day after. Christmas. I think I got it off here.
So you shop the whole year?
I focus mainly on deals rather than when the time comes, because usually when even giving gifts, it's usually a lot later. Being
Big Black Friday,
I'm a big fan of that. Black Friday. I saw one bad one and I was like, yeah, I'm never going here again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I like shopping for Christmas gifts. and whatnot, I tend to do it before Christmas whatnot, but, like, I try to look for deals like holiday sales and what.
So like if there wasn't a sale and like yours, like someone like that you're buying a gift for like one of that, would you still buy it? Like, would you guys still buy it or would you wait to see if it went on sale?
I'd still buy it just to extend the gift. I mean, the right time. I feel like, like, hey, I got you this Christmas gift. I'd wait from Cyber Monday though. Yeah.
I kind of am the opposite, like if there's a sale or something like that, I'll kind of avoid the store, like not going, because I know that it'll be crazy or hectic, so I kind of rather pay a higher price than I would spend my time waiting in line.
I feel like save peace of mind.
Are you likely to shop around like non-major holidays for like Valentine's Day, Easter? I guess St. Patty's Day, you guys for that, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I try to like get stuff for holidays, so I do get dragged into that, like I'll go and be like, oh, this is such a cute thing, not a shirt, I want to get a free shirt, but like because of that, then I'll be.
It's like from the bottom to make you like want to buy it.
Yeah, I got a pair of shorts with like content that I really want to see St. Patty's Day. And I'm like, how did I get talking about it? Why did I get it? Yeah, that's.
I feel the same way. Like, I don't. I'm saying, but that's like, yeah, that stuff. I'm like,
I feel like new Christmas sweaters and I wear it, like, yeah, I'm just like.
So I think we all said we will shop like still during like non-major holidays, like maybe what's like the most holiday that you would shop that's not major.
Valentine's Day probably. Shopping for any other holiday besides probably Christmas is kind of redundant, I feel. There's not many major ones besides birthdays and that.
I'm not a big holiday shopper, but I am a big shopper, like when they have the candies and stuff, and I wait the day after to get all the market down and stuff, so I do like those, for, like St. Patty's, Easter, all this. So.
I feel like Valentine's Day is the day I spend like the most shopping. It's like, I got her for some shopping for her. I don't know what she wants, so like, I just throw money at it. I guess. And like chocolates, teddy bear, face mask. Don't know what it gonna do, but sure, flowers. And so you just like hope it works. Like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's all I want.
So do you guys tend to avoid like in-person shopping during the holidays, particularly around like Christmas and Black Friday?
I wouldn't say avoid it, just really depends on the deal at the end of the day, because some deals are just kind of a scam, but I do a lot of research, so I'm getting something to stick out.
So now we're gonna head to the conclusion. So do any of you guys have questions for us? No. Well, we appreciate you guys taking the time to participate in our focus group to help give us more insights about consumer behavior.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you guys read it?
I was thinking, I was gonna.
Yes.
So what, I was gonna ask, what type of shopping are you guys focused on? And then I was like, wait, that might undermine them, what you not saying.
Because you put it like this low, you put it like place.
Yeah.
Oh my god, right. Give it.
Oh, stop it. I don't want to be in it.
Yeah, like, put it like